Hi, everybody. I wanted to jump on here really quickly and talk about this interview that Malcolm Jamal Warner's mother gave to Robin this morning. So, like I said, Robin, what is Robin's last name? Robin Roberts gave an interview this morning to Malcolm Jamal Warner's mother. And let me tell you, to lose a child or somebody you really, really love is one of the worst things that can ever happen to a person. I'm not gonna go into my story again. You guys know all about it. But I would have to say that first year, you really are just operating on autopilot. All you're trying to do is just make it hour by hour. I wouldn't even say day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. And if you can't make it minute by minute, you just don't get out of the bed for the whole damn day. So I thought it was really brave of her to do this interview and share memories that we might not have known about Malcolm Jamal Warner, who ended up being a very private person. So let me play this interview and then I'll come back with the rest of my commentary.
Why were they in Costa Rica? What was the purpose of the
His
trip?
wife and daughter had been in Costa Rica 3 weeks prior. She's homeschooled, and this was part of an immersion program. And so that was the last week was for the husbands to come, and this was the fun part.
But as the 54-year-old actor and another man went into the water at this beach in Limon, they were caught in a powerful current.
They were in the water, I think maybe chest deep, even at that, maybe waist deep. There was an undertow. And my son was not an experienced swimmer. He did not know how to deal with an undertow.
In the aftermath, initial reports stated Malcolm and his 8-year-old daughter were both spotted struggling in the water, something Pamela denies.
From what you have known, she was on
shore. She was not in the water.
She was not in the water.
He was with another gentleman. The same thing happened to the other gentleman, but he was a more experienced swimmer, and he was able but Malcolm was not. That's the physical part of it, but the spiritual part of it that was his time. That was his time, and that was the manner in which he was to transition. And this is what I believe and what I feel.
Pamela says she is comforted by the deep conversations they shared through the years.
I'm very grateful that I was chosen to be his mother. I think more than anything, I'm at peace with everything that happened. There was nothing left on the table. There was no shoulda, coulda, woulda. I wish I had said this. I wish I had done this. I don't have that. I feel that our journey together as mother and son was complete.
He fiercely protected their privacy.
Yes.
But he did also glowingly on social.
Oh, yes.
Show pictures and just talk about the love that he had for both of them. How are they doing?
Children process differently. She watched them try to resuscitate him. So she saw that, and I know that's awfully, awfully traumatic. She loved her father dearly. She adored Papa. He was Papa. So they're both in deep grief.
So let me first talk about her saying that he was only in waist deep water. Now, I grew up in Southern California. Malcolm lived in Southern California. The beach is just a normal part of your life. You don't even think twice about it. Not only that, everybody I knew had a pool. We had a pool. I'm sure it was the same thing for Malcolm Jamal Warner. But even with that, I'm extremely leery about going into big bodies of water, whether it's a lake, the Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean. I am extremely leery because of the undercurrents. Now, I say that now as an after effect. I'm pretty sure he wasn't even thinking about an undercurrent. That has happened to me so many times. Even though I'm telling you guys, you got to be extremely careful. You got to be extremely leery. You get very, very comfortable with going into big bodies of water if you live around it, if you grew up around it. Now, people from out of state that come in on vacation, you have to be equally as cautious. And not only that, they're saying that this beach that Malcolm Jamal Warner went to, it's called Playa Grande. They said it is known for having extreme, very strong undercurrents. And Malcolm Jamal Warner is not a tall guy. He's 5'11". Can you imagine being in waist deep and that undercurrent pulling you in anyway? It really is a tragedy. And, I'm sure if he would have known how strong that undercurrent was, he probably would have never went into that water past his ankles. But anyway, it seems like his mother definitely misses her son, but she's being extremely strong about it. So I take my hat off to her for even doing a interview so early. And not only that, sharing special memories with us, and then, letting us know the details is that the daughter was not in the water. So that's very, very good to know. However, she did witness the rescue efforts, which has to be very traumatizing to her. So I just wanted to share that interview with you guys. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. I know he is loved by so many. We always will remember him as Theo. He was just a good person. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Until next time, bye for now.